Hello and welcome to ISVs Spill the Tea, presented by the Retail Solutions Providers Association's niche and startup ISV community. I'm Jim Roddy, President and CEO of the RSPA. We're so glad that you are here today. If you're not familiar with the RSPA, we're North America's largest community of VARs, independent software vendors, aka ISVs, hardware vendors, service providers, and distributors in the retail, restaurant, grocery, and cannabis verticals. We're a fit for any organization that's serious about growth in those markets. So many of our member companies, we have almost 750 of them, they've been members for decades, and we frequently add startup tech companies because we accelerate their growth and they see the massive ROI that an RSPA membership offers. So if you're serious about growth in the retail IT channel and you're not a member, email us at membership@gorspa.org. All right, before some of our software developer members spill the tea about what they're up to, the RSPA has a few highlights and updates to share with you. I'm going to turn it over first to our Vice President of Member Services, Ashley Nagy, to share the latest on Retail Now 2024. Ashley.
Thanks, Jim. Hi, everyone. Good to have everyone here today. We are super excited about Retail Now 2024. We will be back in Las Vegas. We haven't been there in a few years, but really excited, and folks in the industry are excited. The registration is 45% ahead of pace. We're expecting about 1,600 plus attendees at this year's show. It's always a huge turnout in Vegas. Hotel room block is starting to fill up already, so if you haven't booked a room, please do so. We're expecting about 170 exhibitors, lots of VARs and ISVs and vendors at the show. So whether you're looking for new partners or to reconnect with your current partners, this is the place to be, and there will be a ton of ISV and VAR education there as well. So looking forward to seeing everyone, and if you haven't registered, reach out and we can help you with that as well. Back to you, Jim.
All right, let's turn it over to RSPA VP of Members of Education, Kathy Meter, to talk about RSPA Academy Accelerate. Hey, Kathy.
Hey, Jim, thanks. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. I just want to remind all of our members on the call today about Accelerate. Accelerate is the RSPA's learning management system. This houses over 400 micro-learning modules, and those are available to you and to your teams at no additional cost. It's included in your membership. And I also wanted to highlight that new this month on Accelerate, you can find what we're calling our Inspire highlight reels. So these are clips and actual education sessions from our Inspire conference at the end of January. Topics include sales compensation, developing corporate culture, and opportunities for VARs. Next month, we'll be featuring a brand new course, Social Media 101. So those are definitely courses you want to check out. And again, it is available to you and your teams at no additional charge. If you have any questions about what types of courses are out there, or how to get started with Accelerate, feel free to email education@gorspa.org. Back to you, Jim.
Great, thanks, Kathy. And turn it back over to Ashley to thank our sponsors for making Spill the Tea possible.
Absolutely. Without the continued support from our generous sponsors, sessions like today would not be possible, and all the things that we do throughout the year. So a huge thank you to our annual sponsors. Our platinum sponsor is BlueStar. Our gold sponsors are CoCard, Epson, Heartland, and ScanSource. Our silver sponsors are Ingenico, MicroTouch, Star Micronics, Tonic POS, and Truist. And our bronze sponsors are APG, AutoStar, CRS, DataCap, Kitchen Armor, Corona POS, Newland AIDC, Optimus Systems, Order Counter, Shift4, TD Synnex, and Toshiba. Again, a big thank you to our annual sponsors. And then our sponsors for the niche and startup ISV community, who also specifically sponsor today's session: APG, BlueStar, Ingenico, MagTech, ScanSource, Star Micronics, Toshiba, and Verifone. Again, a big thank you to our niche and startup ISV community sponsors.
Great, thank you, Ashley. So here's how ISV Spill the Tea will work. So we have executives from software providers representing a variety of verticals are going to showcase their offerings in 90-second segments. So this is going to give you the opportunity to quickly meet potential new partners who can accelerate your growth. And after these ISVs introduce themselves, you can participate in an open forum roundtable discussion. So again, great chance for you to ask any clarifying questions and discover new ISVs in just a matter of minutes. Also, our legal advisor, that's one of the services that we offer through the RSPA, she asked me to say this will be an open forum information sharing discussion. An open forum information sharing discussion. And please note that the views and opinions expressed during this roundtable, either planned or unplanned, are those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of the Retail Solutions Providers Association. All right, leading us off today and spilling the first glass of tea, we have Jay Sellers from City Cheers. Hey, Jay, welcome to RSPA ISV Spill the Tea.
Glad to be here, Jim. Thank you very much. So, City Cheers. Some of you guys have talked to us in the past, but if you haven't seen our solution in the last 6 to 8 months, I strongly recommend reaching back out. We've got some exciting things happening. Before I tell you what we do, I'm going to tell you what we don't do. Number one is we do not replace the POS system. We do not replace your merchant processing. We do not actually bill restaurants. Our solution is actually free for restaurants to use, as our revenue stream comes directly from the consumer. What we do is we have built integrations to all the major POS systems out there. The top 15 run 80% of the bars and restaurants out there, and we've already got the integrations done to when a consumer comes in and opens a tab with City Cheers by clicking open tab on that customer's app, then from that moment on, once the server puts the first items on the meal, it shows up on the phone in real time. So basically we bridge the gap from the consumer's phone to the POS system, regardless of what POS system they have, as long as it's the top 15. In a lot of cases, we have to write a card not present a merchant processing account, MID. We do not do that. We need ISVs like you guys to help us write those merchant processing dollars. So the consumers love this because what it does is it enables them to adjust tips and close out the tab right from their phone and dine and dash legitimately. And I think I'm up on my 90 seconds. I've got a lot to tell you, but that's all I have today. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate it.
Great, Jay. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you sharing that, and for City Cheers being a member of the association. All right, next up we have for ISV Spill the Tea, we have RestroWorks joining us today. So RestroWorks, take it away, please.
Let me try.
Yes, Nikunj, can you please, we can hear your audio.
Hi, hey, this is Nikunj from RestroWorks. Thank you so much for having us today on board. I'm representing my colleague AJ here. Let me give you a quick background about who we are. So we're a cloud-native restaurant technology platform that offers a full suite of technology which starts from the front of house POS to back of house inventory control, recipe management, menu management, as well as we work on various other aspects of providing multi-level integrations with third-party platforms across food aggregators, payment solutions, loyalty programs to cloud telephony. In a sense, what we're trying to do is to resolve the challenges of broken tech in the market, where the market is fragmented with multiple technology players, but RestroWorks is kind of bringing together the full suite in one platform. We have been operating for the last 12 years. Today, we work with around 20,000 restaurants in 50+ countries. And yes, US is an exciting market for us. We have started our entry in the US market for over the last 3 years. And we are here to build some great connections with the partner ecosystem in the US and take the product to greater heights. Thank you so much for having us on board. You have the contact details listed on the slide. So, would love to make some connections with the industry.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining us today, Nikunj, and thanks to RestroWorks for being an RSPA member. All right, next up we have joining us Alex from FlexSpring. Alex, welcome to RSPA ISV Spill the Tea.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me. Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you, and if you want to turn on your camera, feel free to do that too.
Okay. I'm actually phoning from the road, so I'm just on my phone, but appreciate being here. Happy to run through things for the audience. My organization, FlexSpring, is a corporate partner to a variety of payroll and POS vendors, and we help retail, restaurant, hospitality organizations manage the movement of data between their point of sale applications, their HR platforms, and their payroll tools. So, for instance, if an organization was using ADP or Paychex, UKG as a payroll platform, and say Aloha, Brink, Micros as a POS, and would like for their time and attendance data, their punch time data to automatically flow as an instruction to payroll, that's something we can do on an entirely automatic basis. And as well, in reverse, perhaps send employee data from a payroll or HR application out to a point of sale platform so that there is no need to manually maintain employee time or tip data between a point of sale application and a payroll or HR tool.
All right, great. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you sharing info on FlexSpring. Keeping with our theme of having as many Alexes as we can, let's move next and talk with Alex from Axio. Alex, if you want to join us, welcome to ISV Spill the Tea. Tell us a little bit about Axio.
Hi, thanks for having me. I am Alex DePatti. I'm the Sales Account Director at Axio Retail Solutions. We're a leader in creating sophisticated retail management and POS systems since 1989. We're committed to delivering customized, comprehensive solutions that address the unique needs of a diverse array of retail environments. There are a suite of products including Axio LogiVision, Smart Vendor, Retail One, and a few other products. We cater to a wide spectrum of retail operations, from single stores to large multi-location retail chains across various sectors. We've got over 5,000 active installations across the globe. We service a wide range of prime retail verticals, grocery, C-store, liquor, pet stores, some niche markets such as thrift, candy, pharmacy, health, boutique, and specialty stores. It's not just a POS system. It's a suite that includes extensive management tools for loyalty, gift programs, and inventory, vendor management, robust promotion engine. Solutions feature a very flexible open architecture that's customized to fit any business model. That's one of our strengths. We're Windows based. We're hardware and payment processor agnostic, so huge advantage there. We got options for tablets, self-checkout, pre-order kiosks. If you're interested in learning a bit more about how our solutions can benefit you, your business, or about joining our reseller program, don't hesitate to reach out.
Excellent, right on time. Thank you, Alex. Really appreciate that.
Thanks.
All right, so we are about halfway through our featured ISV presentations, and you can reach out to these ISVs directly, or the RSPA member services team is happy to make introductions to these companies or any one of our nearly 750 member companies. Just email the obscenely large email address that we have on your screen there, membership@gorspa.org, membership@gorspa.org. Will open up all sorts of doors for you. All right, let's get back to spilling some tea. So again, we're keeping the theme going. We had Alex, followed by Alex, and now we have GiveX, represented by Bruce Henderson. And we're staying north of the border. We're just spending time with Bruce at the Restaurants Canada show and the RSPA Canadian Community Networking event in Toronto. Bruce, great to see you again.
Great, thanks for having me, and I'm glad to join your online forum. My name is Bruce Henderson. I'm with GiveX. GiveX is actually a global gift card and loyalty company. We have about 130,000 clients around the world. Companies like Nike, McDonald's, Marriott, hotels, Wendy's all rely on our software and our high level of support to maintain their gift card and loyalty tools. But today I wanted to talk to you about our point of sale solution that we have for restaurants, nightclubs, bars, and QSR. It's robust software, subscription-based. It's all cloud. The servers, every jurisdiction we operate in, we have our own servers. So in Houston, Miami for the US, in Canada, Toronto, and Calgary. Our call centers here in Toronto, all of our staff are North American employees. Our call center operates in Spanish, English, and French. But to that point of sale system, of course, we have our really good gift card and loyalty tools. We have our mini boards, kiosks, KDS, our e-commerce platforms for online ordering. We tie directly to Skip, DoorDash, Uber, and DeliverDirect for the other driving delivery services. We're credit card agnostic, so we have integrations to TSYS, Omaha, First Data, ClearNet, Shift4, Adyen, Elevon, and WorldPay, but we don't participate in the revenue with those companies, so we're agnostic in that sense. We have direct integrations to all those for Paytable and Tether. We have over 1,000 integrations ourselves, so QSR is another good partner of ours we integrate to, and inventory software, labor software, payroll software, we all have those partners. Actually, myself, I'm responsible for the integrations. We have open APIs to all those partners, and with a simple NDA, off we go to write those integrations. As I said, it's cloud-based, so our dealers sell the hardware, and then the subscription of the software is provided in a call center for those clients and our dealers. And I can hear that little ring, so I know that my time is up. But my information is on this screen, and looking forward to speaking to anyone who's looking for a strong partner who can provide a robust point of sale and a turnkey solution for their clients. Thanks.
Thank you, Bruce. Appreciate it. Next up on our RSPA ISV Spill the Tea, we have QSR Automations, Ty Reed. Hey, Ty, welcome to Spill the Tea.
Hey, thank you for having me. QSR Automations it's a global industry leader in kitchen automation and guest management services. Some of the products we offer are our kitchen display system, Connect Smart Kitchen. We have a recipe viewer, which we have labeled Connect Smart Recipes Plus. Table management software, Connect Smart Host. We have a metrics viewer, which we call our Connect Smart Insights. With the COVID and everything that came about, we released something called Connect Smart Go, which is our curbside management application. And then everything is pushed up through our enterprise management tool, which we call our Connect Smart Portal. We've been an innovator in the kitchen automations for a little over 28 years. Our software is integrated to over 80 point of sale systems. And like Bruce said, we're integrated to GiveX as well. Our APIs have allowed us to also do integrations with solutions partners such as OpenTable, Olo, Flyby, Curbit, SmartBar, JTech, as well as Google. We see over 2 million guests per day through our table management solution. We are in 80% of the top casual dining chains in the United States, and we're installed in over 80,000 local locations worldwide. Our flagship software is our KDS system, Connect Smart Kitchen. It offers routing and display options for every item in order. It's fully graphical displays, customizable and scalable features for any restaurant size. Again, we are integrated to over 80 point of sale systems. Our software is 100% redundancy, no single point of failure. And off-premise information like vehicle type, pickup time, and scheduled delivery times are available in the kitchen. And that's pretty much it. So thank you again for your time.
Thank you, Ty, and perfect timing for you as well. Appreciate you joining us today.
Thank you.
All right, next is a company that might be new to some folks, but the phrase certainly is not. Jonathan from Check, please. Hey, Jonathan, welcome.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Jonathan Fernandez. I'm speaking on behalf of Check Please, and thank you to RSPA for having us here today. So Check Please is a pay at the table and mobile checkout solutions provider. And the goal of our company is to optimize the checkout experience at hospitality venues. So to accomplish this, we have a web-based application which requires no app downloads, and it's positioned in the middle ground between the point of sale systems and the payment processors. And we leverage those integrations and with both of those pieces of technology to allow the end user to view check information, split and submit payments on their own mobile devices, and accrue all the benefits that come with that, not only for guests, but operators as well. So we work closely with point of sale companies, processors, and resellers of both to create integration-based partnerships and bring mobile checkout softwares to our partner suite of products. So our partners can leverage our technology to provide their hospitality clients with modern mobile payment options without having to dedicate resources to building and maintaining consumer-facing pay-at-the-table softwares. So this helps our partners remain competitive and have really fast go-to-market timelines in the changing landscape of the hospitality payments industry. So our business model is focused on a revenue share structure, and our product line ranges from QR code-based payments to text messages to handheld terminals. And we service a variety of hospitality verticals, from restaurants to hotels to entertainment venues and poolside and beachside services. So if any point of sale companies, processors, or resellers of either are looking to expand their product offerings and add pay at the table solutions for their hospitality clients, then we'd be more than happy to get on a discovery call, see what current integrations we can leverage and future integrations we can leverage with you all. So thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Great, thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate you being here. All right, our final ISV of the day is a longtime RSPA member. Please welcome Yves from Lock Software. Yves, welcome to ISV Spill the Tea.
Well, thank you, Jim, for having me here today. So as you said, Lock Software has been a long-standing member of RSPA. For those of you who do not know us, we are an all-in-one solution that gives high-volume independent merchants the tools they need to optimize the retail performance. We are excited to share our latest product launch, Triversa, a new evolution to replace our legacy product SMS. Triversa brings forth our values to help retailers thrive by giving them a versatile solution and help them apply technology so that the retail can have a POS their way. Furthermore, Lock will be promoting a new SaaS commercial offer designed to recruit new agent resellers. The solution is based on a subscription model where the back office is running on our cloud, while the POS system remains on-premise, fully supported by the agent reseller. From a technical aspect, Lock takes care of the sophisticated technology, whereas the agent supports the retailer from the operational perspective and the on-site services. You need to know that our solution is fully hardware and OS agnostic, so retailers can run the same software on POS terminals of their choice, from tablet to handheld terminals or any device that support the browser. So we welcome you to booth 724 at Retail Now, where you can meet our founder, Stéphane Mercier, myself, and the rest of our team to answer your questions. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Yves. Appreciate that. And that is a perfect segue into our time where we are going to transition to the Q&A. So we ask our audience, this is a great opportunity for you to drop your questions into the Q&A function there. Again, feel free to make a comment and do that. And it's a good reminder, as Yves said, about their booth at Retail Now. Registration is open now for Retail Now, as Ashley mentioned earlier, the Retail IT Channel's #1 trade show, education conference, and networking event. Get your hotel now. Hotel rooms always sell out first. Get your pass now. If you're a VAR, you can get discounted rates. And if you're a vendor, get your booth now because the show floor is 80% sold out. All right, so we're going to ask all our featured guests if they can turn on their video cameras. That's going to help the audience know who's answering it. So gentlemen, if you all turn on your cameras now. And we're happy to start anywhere that our audience wants us to. Again, share a question, an idea, or comment, or a thought based on what you heard today in the Q&A function. So ask your questions through the GoToWebinar platform. We'll call on them and we'll unmute them. I'm going to start first, though. I have a statement and then I have a question. My statement is my daughter is a senior in high school, and very shortly, just down the road here at her school, she is defending her senior capstone presentation. And so I am going to head out of here to go attend that. So my first question is, Ashley and Aggie, can you take over the Q&A portion here for me? And I'll tag you in here like pro wrestling.
Yes, I'd be thrilled to. Thanks, Jim, and wish Evelyn good luck for us.
Thank you.
So it looks like we have a few questions coming in, and I'm going to kick one off first, though, because I'd like to get some input from everybody that's participating today, and thank you all for being here and hopping on. So the first place that I want to start is, so when we look at, everybody that's lined up today and is presented, I think we're at 6 out of the 8 are focused on hospitality and in that space as a primary vertical. And a couple of questions that I get a lot, as we're talking to members and prospects and folks that are looking to partner is, where is hospitality headed? Where is it trending? What are some nuances and trends that the audience should know about the hospitality market in general? So I'll kick things off. Jay, do you want to take that one first? And I'm going to give everybody that's playing in the hospitality space an opportunity to share, but I'd like to get your thoughts first.
Sure, it's interesting. I've recently had a conversation with the guys over at Walk-Ons and a couple other brands that are trying to introduce more and more technology into the front of house. Yet it's a fine line. It's a balancing act of when does the guest want to have that human contact versus not have it. And so we've discussed a lot about a hybrid approach of making sure that you're greeted at your table. You're told about anything that's off menu or what's going on tonight. And then from then on, the technology can take on. But what we're seeing everywhere is automation with the involvement of AI in so many different areas that I didn't think it would actually impact. People are trying to find ways to leverage it in the restaurants.
Yeah, absolutely. We hear quite a bit about AI and also that personalized experience, right? Of, what are you experiencing before you even get there, and then once you arrive as well. Thank you for that, Jay. I'd also like to hear Alex from Flex Spring share with us your thoughts on where you see hospitality heading and trends there. Is Alex still on with us, Chris? All right, we'll come back to him. Jonathan, can you share a little bit about from the view for Check Please?
Yeah, absolutely. And to kind of build on what Jay was speaking to, I think there's moments in the hospitality experience that are a necessary evil, and payments is one of those. I think people want to focus on their experience. They want to focus on whether they're dining out, staying at a hotel, resort, being served margaritas poolside. That's the important part of the hospitality experience. And when it comes to payment, I think it's trended in all industries towards being more, automatic, and something where we can use our mobile wallets and not have to carry around our wallets 24/7. And bringing mobile payments into the hospitality space is going to be how we kind of bring that experience to guests and make payment less frustrating and make it take up less time and give guests back more time to, enjoy the parts that matter. And then on top of that, the staff as well can focus on the service points that matter the most when it comes to, bringing out drinks, taking food orders, as opposed to running credit cards back and forth to the point of sale system. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Having things quick, and time is short for everybody. We're always maxed out when it comes to time, so being able to get things quickly and easily is super, super important. Thank you for that, Jonathan. Ty, you want to share a little bit about what you guys are seeing in terms of trends in hospitality?
Again, I guess it's pretty much what everybody else is saying, technology. A lot of restaurants are wanting to automate as much as they can, make sure that food coming out is the same. Training is a big thing that we're hearing a lot of. They want products that they can spin up their chefs, their cooks, their hostesses a lot quicker. That, you know, training has kept us, you know, one restaurant from another. They want to be able to manage the processes. They want to keep them the same throughout each restaurant. So, you know, that's pretty much what we're hearing.
Got it. Absolutely. And Alex from FlexSpring, are you on with us now? I think you might have been on mute earlier, it looked like. All right, we will come back to Alex. Let's pivot over to retail and actually before I go to retail, Bruce from GiveX, can you share your thoughts on the trends in hospitality?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, from GiveX's perspective, really, in a word, is knowledge. So I'd agree with a lot of the other panelists. The technology is used to learn and understand who your clients are, but also streamline that guest experience, like Jonathan was referring to. So at GiveX, we really in capturing all that, the POS or gift card, loyalty, payment, online ordering, whether the client is ordering in-house or not, and then tying that all together. And we have an AI tool now where they can proactively market to those clients. So it's really knowledge of the client, understanding their tendencies, their likes and dislikes, and then easing that that transition. So there still is that personal interaction between the server, the counter, and that guest, but using that technology to better facilitate that experience.
Got it. Thank you for that, Bruce. And now I'm going to pivot over to retail. And on the retail side, I'd like to, I know we have both Axio and Locke on the session today, and I want to talk primarily about grocery and C-store, and then also retail in general and the trends that we're seeing there, and things that you feel like the audience should know as well from a market standpoint. So Alex, why don't we start with you first for Axio?
Sure. We've been noticing trends like everyone else on AI. It's the key word of the year, AI. Stuff like grocery carts using scan and go technologies. By the way, it used to be those smart carts were extremely expensive. Now they make little add-ons like tablets and sensors that you can tack onto existing carts, are greatly reducing the price of those. We notice AI also on the loss prevention side. Analysis and algorithms that learn from behaviors and gestures to capture, possible alerts of suspicious actions. AI-powered CCTV cameras that identify behaviors like excessive dwelling and gaze time and even physical assault on others and lighting emergencies. Aisle heat maps that show business owners, which promotions and displays are working better than others. Of course, electronic shelf labels. That's the new fad of the last few years. People, find them expensive, which they kind of are, but the ROI is usually like 6 months to a year on those things, maybe a little bit more. But another huge trend, those shelf labels. So that's what we've been noticing. Of course, self-checkout, that's old news, but it's you see all these articles pop up about how Walmart took them out and all of that, but I really believe that it is here to stay as the new normal.
Yeah, definitely lots of trends and advancements. And like you said, though, while the expense might be heavier on the front end for some of this, the ROI for the longer term is much greater. So we're seeing a lot of that as well in terms of interest that folks are starting to dip their toe in the water in some of those areas that maybe they haven't before, and also seeing the blend over from retail and into some of hospitality, even with some of the solutions that you talked about as well.
Yep, we're seeing a generational change in let's say openness. Younger generations are taking over stores from their parents and their older generation, and we can see a lot of a different type of needs when these people take over.
Yes, absolutely. And starting to, you know, I think that's one of the big things that the RSPA community overall focuses on, not just RSPA as the association itself, but all of our members like yourself and others, you know, to continue to have this open dialogue about these changes and these new trends that we're seeing is important, because whether you're going to implement it now, the next 6 months, or the next year or two, chances are it's going to be here sooner than we think. So being ahead of that curve is super important. Yves, can you share a little bit about from Locke, the trends that your team is seeing in retail and things that you think is important for the audience to know as well?
Yes, well, thank you. So what we're finding is that, yes, the self-checkout is still part of the rollout of many retailers. So self-checkout is now moving towards tier 2, tier 3 customers. So all the big guys have made that transition, but the tier 3 are just starting to make that move. So there's still a lot of business to be covered in that area. We find that the loyalty program is still something very, very important. So building the proper program to keep the retailers to better compete with the other retailers. So that's still a very high moving item. Something that's pretty well new is the OTC, which is taking over. So the OTC is coming in the groceries space, C-store space, where customers want to use their health card to be able to cover certain parts of their buying. And so this is a big trend that's going to be very important for us to cover in the next couple of years. So this is very active on our side. And last is the need to move the technology from the on-premise out to the cloud. So this has been slow in the retail world to happen, but this is happening. And so at some point, we're going to start moving these pieces away from the store. So we're going to start by the back office, moving to the cloud. At some point, we'll be moving the workstation, and in the end, we'll be moving the actual POS, where the POS will physically remain on premise, but the entire configuration will be completely out of the store, so that we just use a browser, and so easier to maintain and lower the cost of maintenance and so on. So these are things happening in the retail world where it's been kind of late compared to hospitality, but it is happening in the retail world. This is what we are finding so far.
Thank you for that, and that's really important. A couple of things as you were sharing with OTC. What does the timeline look like for that? You know, for a full, I guess, adoption of that, or more prominent adoption of that? Where do you see that headed, or the timeline for that?
Well, it's kind of difficult because the OTC is kind of a competitive world, so the different programs compete one against the other. And the difficult aspect for the retailer is understanding which program they should buy on. Should they use Solitron? Should they use Nation Benefits? So we are highly involved in doing all these development to support all these different programs. And so right now we have many of them that are ready to go to market. And so we're in pilot phase to be able to support that. And so by the end of this year, we'll be supporting the 4 major groups of OTC programs to be able to help the retailer keep the customers inside their store and not have the retailers and the customer walk over to Walmart because now they're losing the customer because they don't have that OTC program in their store.
No, that's a great point, and helping your customers stay, and the customers of your partners that you're working with keep their business in those locations as well. So that's great, and again, trends are important to stay ahead of and stay well connected on. So thank you for that. We do have a couple of questions in from the audience. So one that just popped in from Bruce Smith. Bruce's question is, we're seeing an increase in customer loyalty programs and a push within digital signage and Pro AV solution expenditures within retail. As an ISV, what's the latest in customer loyalty programs? So who would like to take that?
I'm happy to, being GiveX loyalty and gift
Who's
card.
first, and then Jay, you can weigh in. How about that?
There you go. Yeah, I mean, the gift card and loyalty has become extremely popular, especially through COVID when hospitality restaurants were struggling to stay alive. And then loyalty is just, it's almost customizable client by client, and we call them rules so that you can track their guests and their birthday or their likes or earning points for different products. So it's really a really robust application. So yeah, as I said, it's customizable per client. It's not really a specific set. Whereas gift card is a little more benign, and it's also extremely popular, especially through the COVID and even into it now. It's a prerequisite in a lot of the businesses that we work with as they're trying to drive that client experience and return visits.
Yeah, I can't say anything more than that, Bruce. Good job.
Thanks.
The one thing that I would actually say, though, is gift cards, it's almost just a necessity of life nowadays. It's extra revenue that you're just leaving off the table if you don't have them. A rechargeable card or a virtual card is definitely better than the old gift certificates that were untrackable. But when it comes to loyalty, I see it, man, I see so many people getting excited about a loyalty program, and then they jump out the gates and they stumble. They stumble because of two things. They don't stop to think, what are they trying to do with their loyalty? And if I'm a VAR out there today working with my market of customers there in your local market, I'm really going to be focused on two questions. I'm going to say, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to increase your frequency, or are you trying to increase your per person average? Because if you don't start with the basics, then you're already, you don't have a direction, you don't have a destination on that trek of where you want to go. So if they feel like they still are leaving money on the table, maybe your restaurant has a PPA of $40 or $25, whatever it may be. If that's maxing out what you can get out of each visit, then you want to think about a frequency program. You want to see how can we get those maxed out dollars to get back into the restaurant 2 or 3 more times a month. If you do think that you could be selling more appetizers or more desserts, or maybe it's just one extra round of drinks, then you really got to get creative and focus on what you want to accomplish. And that would be a points program or however you want to set it up. I think all these loyalty programs can do so many robust things, but the problem is you got to have somebody there to manage it too. And a lot of times, how many times have we sold a loyalty program, 6 months later we check back with the customer and we say, hey, how's that loyalty program? Well, it never really got off the ground. We never really did anything with it. And they're still thinking about how they're going to do it. While they're paying the whole time, it's fine, but are we being a steward of the business? Are we being a steward of their business, or just making sure that our revenue hits the right number? So I would really say, got to start with the basics and make sure you have somebody that's responsible for the results of that loyalty program. A lot of people, I just like sharing this real quick. The NRA's numbers are the tip percentage will increase, or sorry, PPA will increase up to 18.9% on a quick service environment if you implement a loyalty program. On a table service environment, the PPA will actually increase up to 21.8%. And those numbers were right after COVID. So loyalty's good, but you gotta live it. You can't just do it half-hearted.
Yeah, well, and have a plan together. Sorry, go ahead, Bruce.
Oh no, so I didn't mean to Jay's point though. It's a prerequisite with our clients. I just refer to it as operational goals, because our products are, with everybody in the panel, very sophisticated tools. And if you just want to get in the game, so they may want to have all sorts of loyalty rewards programs, but just focus it and just get it going. And maybe you only have a handful. Just, I want to track birthdays, I want to track this and that. And you're in and you're operational. And then with our call center, working with their, to Jay's point, their person who is the point person to run the program. So you're meeting those goals, and then you can build on it and build on it. But when you get out of the gate and you want to go all crazy, it rarely works. We had a casino and they had 25 loyalty we call the rules. So I couldn't imagine how the operations keeping track of it, let alone us and our software. So it's really important just to keep it simple and just get it going. And once you're, so jumping in a pool, once you're swimming, you can do a backstroke, you can do, crawl, you can do all sorts of things, but just get in the pool. So to Jay's point, just keep it simple.
Yeah, that's really important. Keep it simple and do a few things really well and get things going, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so can I add to that?
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
the biggest challenge with the loyalty program is building the right program for the store. And this is very, very difficult. And so here at Locke, we offer a toolbox that offers many, many different ways to build the programs. This is all good. But often enough, we need to work with people that are highly specialized in that environment. So we tend to want to work with people like AppCard, Birdseye, Inmar, just to name a few, where these guys are highly expertise in that area. And so, having the tool is one thing, but building the expertise to know what to do. How does your program work, cross-reference, cross-marketing with other retailers, other programs? All of this comes into play. So it's not just about having the right tool, it's having the right understanding of what you need to do to ramp up your loyalty program.
Thank you for that, Yves. Yep, having the expertise ready as well as the broader strategy plan. It sounds like if I'm capturing that correctly.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, we only have a couple of minutes left, but I want to give everybody the opportunity to weigh in on, from your experience, what are the important or key elements for a successful partnership in our channel? And I know everybody here has either been members for a long time or been in the industry overall. And so I'd like to hear from the group here. Ty, we'll kick off with you first. If you'd like to share, what do you think are the important or key elements to building good partnerships in this channel?
Transparency, just being honest, being forthright, not exaggerating what you can, what your software or whatever it is, can do. Just being completely honest. There's a lot of, with our software in particular, I've noticed that there's a lot of restaurants out there that don't need all the bells and whistles, but just trying to see how to solve the issues they're having. What's the best way to solve it? And then just open communication. That's probably what I see.
Thank you for that, Ty. Yep, transparency and open communication goes a long way in this industry for sure. Alex, can you share with us your thoughts on building a successful partnership in this channel? Oh, you're on mute, Alex. There we go.
There we go. I would tend to mimic the sentiment, open communication, clear expectations of timelines. Also, keeping it simple, not trying to fit square pegs in round holes and sell at any cost. I think that is a foundation to build upon for sure.
Thank you for that, Alex. Yes, having the end goal in mind and what are you trying to achieve? Just like we were talking about just a couple of moments ago, that applies to partnerships. Jonathan, your thoughts on building good partnerships in the industry and in the channel?
Sure, yeah, this is, we're new to RSPA, but our company so far has relied on building partnerships, like we mentioned, with point of sale companies and processors. And, what Ty and Alex spoke to rings true to what we've experienced so far. And, to add to that, I think having just aligned goals from a product standpoint is really important for us. Communicating what we can accomplish from a product standpoint, where they can insert kind of their products to help us achieve those goals, and going about the integration process with a target in mind and a clear target, and that helps you deliver the best product to the end client at the end of the day. So that on top of, what Ty and Alex said, I think is the foundation that we build upon, and what we pride ourselves in is delivering on those product goals. So, we look forward to working with more people at RSPA.
Awesome. Thank you, Jonathan. We're thrilled to have you guys on board. Yves, you want to share a little bit on your thoughts in terms of good partnerships?
Well, yes. I mean, everything that's been said so far. I mean, I'm good with that. I would add the ability to listen is very, very important. Be responsive, ability to deliver, right? So listen, response, deliver is things that is expected from a partnership, from a reseller partnership. I mean, if you're running a happy path, all is good. But when things go wrong, how do you react? How do you take position? How do you respond? I guess that's what is expected. And if you succeed there, you're going to keep your reseller for a long, long time because you understand what they're going through and you're there to help them get by and to help them build a business. So partnership is just, it's got to be two-way. And so that's my take of that.
Absolutely. Listen, do what you say you're going to do, and react if something does go sideways, right? It goes back to that open communication and transparency. Bruce?
I disagree with all these guys. I'm just kidding.
We always joke about what if somebody just totally throws it out there and says,
If I just said I'm going to agree, then I think it's all true. It's business relationships are all built on individual communication, all built on trust and integrity. And I think if you don't have that, then there's not a lot you can stand on. We all have sophisticated software, but I can fool you once, but I can't fool you twice. So it's integrity. It's managing expectations, being clear and communicating. GiveX is a great tool, but we're not all things to everybody. So just telling and communicating with our partners and our direct clients what we can do, what we can't do. We can't do it, we can't do it. And if we can fold that into our next release, great, but if we can't, it's just the way it is. So it's really important to have integrity. It's really important to be straight with people. So they in turn know how to act. If I tell you 2 and 2 is 4, and the next day I tell you it's 5, it's kind of hard. And the next day it's 3. It's kind of hard to, respond and react and then go about my business as a reseller. So you have to be consistent. You have to have integrity and just do what you're saying. Say what you do. And communication, because all of our software is always releasing new features. All of our software is always evolving. So, something that might be working last week is now a new procedure, new format because we have a new release. So it's communication's key. But like everybody else, those are the pillars of a good relationship, and then that relationship lasts over decades, and then you succeed.
For sure, and it's a small industry, right? When you think about it, it can be really, really big, but it can also be really, really small too in some regards. So being honest and upfront and knowing when to walk away and to share, hey, here's where we're strong and here's where it's probably not a good fit. It's going to go a long way in the long run.
100%.
Thank you for that, Bruce. Jay, you get the final word.
Yeah, I'm just going to step up. Everything everybody said was 100% accurate. Bruce, I'm going to take one next level with your communication.
He's got one up you.
The best partnerships come from friendships. I know there's a bunch of guys on here have been texting me and IMing me because our industry is so small. But anytime I'm traveling for work, I try to go through my phone and see who all lives in the area that I'm going to be in. For even if I don't have business with them, I'm going to drop them a call, drop them a text, say, hey guys, I'm in town. I got time for a coffee or a drink after work or a lunch if you want to try to meet up. But don't hesitate. If anybody's ever in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, give me a call, guys. Let's have some fun while you're out beating the streets and working.
Thank you for that, Jay. That is so true in this industry. We meet friends all along the way and bump into each other at all the events that we go to and just in our normal travels. And so that is key. We're all people at the end of the day, and it's good to have lots of friends and make lots of friends along the way. Well, thank you all for joining us today. A super big thank you to our featured ISVs for being on. Great conversation. If you have any questions, once we close everything here, feel free to reach out to me. Happy to do warm introductions. all of these folks are available to connect anytime. A big thank you again to our annual sponsors, as well as our niche and startup ISV community sponsors. And we are looking forward to seeing everybody soon at Retail Now in July and August. We'll be in July in Vegas. We'll see you all soon. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you, everyone.